Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I'm recording at 1:40 in the morning. That's fun. But I'm not tired, so why not just do a video? So recently, like there's been a lot of talk about social media because obviously Caroline Flack passed away, and yeah, social media's just been going not crazy, but just reacting to it as they do. So I was like, let me just make a little video, well, just a video on social media and just what I think of it. So yeah, I've got like a list of stuff here that I do want to mention because I was gonna do it like completely just off the top of my head, but I don't want to like kind of miss anything that I feel is important. So I've got like a few bullet points here, but I probably won't stick to it. So yeah, it's just like obviously we all know what social media is. Like this video is on YouTube, so it's an example of a social media. But I just think that social media is just something that like we are very lucky to live in a time with social media is because like I'm not even trying to say that's like sound old or something, but I'm like even me being my 17-year-old self, like I can't really think about like life without social media. Like obviously like because even like when I was a kid, social media wasn't that big, but it's like we like my generation has grown up with social media because even people like 5 years younger than me or whatever, like they've had social media for longer in a sense. And like, yeah, it's just weird. And obviously, social media is like really good because I'm like, even if you don't like take away all of like the specific social media apps like Instagrams for pictures and Snapchats for like disappearing videos and stuff, like things like okay, WhatsApp, like it's literally just sending people messages and pictures, like, but like I know like all of y'all, not all of y'all, but like most of y'all probably have a family group chat. And like you got family that normally you wouldn't ever talk, not wouldn't talk to, but like if you don't have it WhatsApp, you wouldn't really talk to them because they might not live close to you. Like me, I've got family in America, I've got family in Barbados, so I ain't gonna be going to their house every like every other weekend or whatever. So like I talk to them through WhatsApp. So I feel like stuff like that is like connecting. Like there are so many ways to connect now that you can that you couldn't before. And obviously with like Instagram and Snapchat, like yeah, you can connect and talk to people, but like you can obviously meet new people that you would have. Okay, not really on Snapchat, but like on Instagram, like there are millions and millions of accounts on Instagram and millions of people on Instagram and stuff that you can meet that you probably wouldn't have met otherwise. Like I do know people that like okay, no, I don't say I do. Like me, I have met good friends through Instagram and stuff. So like yeah, there's just loads of like ways to just connect to people, and obviously not only just connecting to like meet people and stuff, but like educating people. Like okay, so obviously YouTube is social media. Like I think some people just kind of not forget it, but kind of push it to the side. Like because yeah, YouTube's like videos, but like anyone can post on YouTube. That's just them sharing their media, and people can make businesses out like a business out of it. But I think not only that, like so obviously people like if you're doing exams, I'm sure you've probably gone on YouTube and just found some like random guy trying to explain stuff to you, and it does help a lot. Like I can tell from experience, like some videos are very helpful. Just like cheeky little plug if you ever need some revision help, just go on YouTube, try and find some revision notes, but do not do it on the day of the exam. Like that is not good. I'm also going to try and slow down my speech a bit because I've noticed in other videos, like especially other videos where I'm just talking, I do tend to like sound not muffled but like kind of mumbling. So I'm gonna try and stop that. But yeah, so yeah, obviously you can like learn stuff on social media from YouTube, but like sound like Instagram and stuff. So like I've learned about a lot of stuff, or like at least first discovered it through social media, like stuff like okay, the Australian bushfires. Like I first saw that I before I saw it in the news, I saw it on Instagram because people were reposting it, and then back when people were like posting about like in China how people are being tortured and stuff, like I coronavirus, like that's something we all know. But like I first learned of that through social media, so it's just like social media like does even if like you don't fully learn it, like you people discover things and learn about them through social media, which is like another advantage of stuff we have because obviously like 15 years ago when social media wasn't even this big or well most social media isn't even 15 years old, but like people couldn't weren't able to access like educating like, so much information and stuff just on the go, and like we get fed so much we get fed so much information on social media now, like it's kind of crazy if you think that like the amount of information we receive a day from scrolling through Instagram, even if it's just scrolling through like memes and stuff, or scrolling through TikTok and just looking at random videos, like the amount of stuff we see is a lot. Like it's mad. But yeah, but then obviously it is good. Like social media is good for like those things I did mention, so connecting and like learning stuff and meeting people. But like there obviously are some bad parts of it that I'm sure you've all heard before. But I'm still going to talk about it, but kind of like in a kind of young person perspective. I'm doing this because I'm weird, so like I'm probably not gonna have the same opinions as some of you guys. But yes, obviously in social media, one thing that happens is you can get addicted. And I think the thing about social media addictions is that it's not like a normal I'm hoping this doesn't sound loud as me scratching my leg. The thing about social media addictions is some I think people don't realize they're addicted because like some people like people perceive addictions to be like how they are in the movie, how they are in the movie. So people can't speak. People expect them to be only be addicted to it, like they're gonna go crazy if they don't have it and stuff like that. But I think it's just like addiction could be as simple as, you know, every time you get free time, like you'll go on Instagram for a bit or like scroll through TikTok. Like I'm not trying to be rude to anyone, like I know, but like I know a lot of people are starting to get addicted to TikTok, and I'm like, the thing about another thing about addictions, like addictions are not well, that I the way I see it, addictions are not always bad. Like that might be against the way like it's supposed like an addiction is. Like if it's good, it might not be classed as addiction. But like I think it's more about how you deal with it. Like I should really Google what an addiction is like. So I might actually just be like chatting, like, hold on. Okay, so I've just moved the camera. So I've got the definition. It says a fact or condition of being. I hate this. I hate addiction. It says the fact or condition of being addicted. Well, that doesn't help me. Right. Define addicted. Addicted, physical, yeah, physical or mentally dependent. So I guess if you're dependent on something, it may not always be good. But yeah, so I think it depends on how you deal with it. Like, okay, if you can control yourself, it is fine. Then I guess you're not dependent on it. But yeah, and then people can tend to be addicted, and like, it's not good. Like, I think I don't know because I've never really been like too addicted to social media, but I think you just gotta be able to like just put down your phone for a bit, especially like where we are now, where like GCSEs or A levels or like just exams in general are coming up. Like if you're addicted to a social media, unless you're like doing something educational, kind of so, like say like okay, you're addicted to watching YouTube videos, but then you try and okay, let me say instead of just watching random like prank videos or tutorials or something, like maybe just watch revision videos. if you really need to be on YouTube or something, or like, yeah, that's the only way I can kind of think about it, twist it to like be positive. But I think, yeah, addiction is something that um people happen, and then leading on to the next bullet point about like addiction can lead to like not yeah, it can like if people are addicted to social media, I'm talking about like become like not obsessed but like really invested in other people's lives. And I think that's something like that is a problem and and there it's both ways like people being in like if you being really invested in someone's life and also someone being invested in your life or like just yeah. So like if you're really invested in someone's life, like first of all, like people I think like I don't forget, but like social media is like is constructed. Like, this is me talking about media studies now, but like your profile on social media is a virtual construction. Like it's a construction of yourself. Like it is not the real you in a sense. Like even if you are trying to be like as pure as not pure, but like as genuine as you are, like you are still controlling, you are filtering what you put on your Instagram or what you post on your Snapchat kind of thing. Because, well, put it blankly, it is impossible to get your whole life on a website unless you have cameras on you 24/7. Like, and even then, like, you can't get cameras in your head to know what you're thinking. But yeah, I just think it just like you've got to remember that people are only showing things that they want to be shown, unless they become really famous. But yeah, which does lead to my next point. Like, if people are invested in you, like people care about their reputations a lot, and it can be good, it can be bad. So, like, obviously, you are constructing a perception of you for the world to see, and like I said, it can be good or bad. Like, people, I think, because people think that okay, so for example, lots of people would judge others by their social media. Like, for example, say like you meet someone and yeah, you meet okay, so yeah, scenario you meet someone on like okay like NCS or something like some summer school. You meet someone at summer school. This may not relate to a lot of you. But you meet someone at summer school and they give you your Instagram. Now, if you go on their Instagram and see they're like really into skateboarding and punk music and emo tattoos, all that, you're gonna have a different perception of them compared to if they were into I don't know like Taylor Swift and Katy Perry and stuff, and which is also gonna be different to if they're like really smart and revise a lot and stuff and post lots of revision stuff. Like it's gonna create a different perception of them. I think it all depends on how you react on that. Like for example, like people, like I said, people construct themselves and how they want to be shown on social media. Like some people would do it for clout and try and construct themselves to be like as popular as possible, but some people would just try and be more like just what they like. Plus, I think you shouldn't really judge someone on social media because, like me, I'm very guilty of this. Like, I will see someone on social media and be like, oh, they look like XYZ. They're like trying to show off. They're acting up, not acting up, but like they're trying to show off, you know. They're just doing it for the camera, blah, blah, blah. They're feeling themselves a bit too much. But then obviously, if I ever get to meet them, I'm like, oh, same thing as like if my friend posts like a video of themselves looking all good, I'm gonna oh my friend looks good, but if it's someone around, I'll be like oh they're just doing too much kind of thing. So like you just gotta know how to like okay, there is nothing wrong with thinking that stuff. Like you can't control your brain. I mean you can, but like your subconscious, like you can obviously you will have to retrain it, but like if the first thought of someone is like oh they're doing too much, like it's what you think, but it's how you act in it. Like I'm not gonna go and like chat to other people saying, "Oh, look at this person, they're doing the most, blah blah." Like you just keep it to yourself, kind of thing. And then if it's really a problem, you discuss it with the person. Like a little story time. So I posted a video on my Snapchat today, of what was I talking about? I was talking about something. Yeah, I was talking about the whole Caroline, like Love Island tribute. That's a different story. Like tribute to Caroline Flack. And I was just talking, saying my opinions on the whole situation, how people reacting to it. And then this person messages me like, "Oh my gosh, you're so." He's like, "Oh, they're embarrassed by what I post and stuff." And I'm just like, first of all, like I've never met you in person, so like you can't judge me on this. And also, I was just like, in the end, it's my like Snapchat is my Snapchat story. So if I want to post my opinions on something, like if there's a problem, then just remove me, which they did. But that's what I said. But yeah, I think people do care a lot about like how they're constructed and stuff, and then this can lead to then cyberbullying. I think if to say that's why lots of people are not scared, but like they're not genuine because they're worried about how others are going to react. Like going back to my examples before, if someone's like, okay, so kind of stereotypes about how if a boy is just into like Katy Perry and Taylor Swift and all those artists that are normally associated with girls, like most of the time they won't post that because they don't want to be attacked and stuff. And I think that is a problem. Like people are very quick to hate. Like people like hate attracts hate. Like if you're hateful towards other, you are going to attract it to yourself. But I think people are just too quick to like spot the negatives out of things, and that does lead to like obviously it's linking back to the whole reason why I did this video about Love Island and stuff, and just social media and celebrities. Like people get very invested in TV shows, and like there's levels to being invested. Like okay, there's level one where it's just like you are invested in the show and you watch it every day. Like me, I watch Love Island every day when it's on, and then I might tweet a few things. And there's other people like I don't understand people that will message the contestants' accounts and send death threats, just send death threats, say all these rude stuff to them. Like, what's the point? Like, first of all, you don't know them. Second of all, it's just a TV show. And like, what I hate the most is that people think, oh, just because the cameras are on them all the time, that's what it is. But it's not like you forget it's a TV show constructed by producers who need to make drama, otherwise people won't watch it. Like, yeah, and I think cyberbullying in general is like people just need to just be nicer. Like, obviously, it's easier said than done, but in the end, it's just like it's not okay. Sometimes it is hard to be nice, but like you don't have something nice, they don't say anything at all. Or like, okay, say I'm trying to think of an example, but because I have it in my head, I'm trying to put it into words. Say, okay, so say you're watching a video and of someone. First of all, I don't think you should be giving anyone constructive criticism or anything like that if you don't know them on a level. It's like if like a stranger comes up to me and they're like, "Oh, by the way, you're gross. Fix yourself." I'm gonna be like, "Excuse me." But if like my friend said it to me and they're like, "Okay, you ain't looking the best. Like, change your outfit." Like, okay, that's cool. Constructive criticism. Or like I can take his banner. But like, yeah, some random person does that to me. I'm like, "Who are you?" But yeah, so I think just if you're gonna if you have the necessity to comment on someone or something, just be nicer about it, mate. Just be nicer. Um, I'm also realizing this video is very long. I'm sorry. But yeah, so cyberbullying bad. And the last point is just like social media does glamorize a lot of things that like normally in society is just not like the thing on is drugs and alcohol. Like they do love to glamorize drugs and alcohol. Like the amount of memes that be like, oh, people that like this one meme I see all the time is like, oh, I understand people that say alcohol tastes like juice or something like that. Or like saying, oh, got an alcohol, like a shot a day keeps the doctor away, or something like that. Like just stuff like that. Obviously, I don't have a problem with alcohol. Like if you're into it, you're into it. But and it's about how you use it. But like you've got, I remember, I think, yeah, alcohol and drugs. It's just it does glamorize it a lot. I'm not going to go into it because this video is long. But yeah, I think to sum it up, right? Social media is good. Like majority of us use it, and I think the majority of us actually do know how to like just be nice to each other on it. But it's just the few people that this is what I don't like about social media. Like the people that are rude and stuff and like trolls are the ones that get the most attention, but it's just how it's constructed. But I just think if you can all be a bit nicer, then yeah, the whole world would be a better place. I sound like Ellen or something now. But yeah, this video has been getting a bit off track in bits, and I'm sorry that it's very long. But if you do reach the end of this video, then I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate, like, comment, subscribe. I can't bother to point because it is 2 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and socials will be on the screen. And yeah, yeah. So if you do like these talking videos and you do want me to talk about another topic, just leave it in the comments, and I shall see you. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.